Maybe change the angle a little bit. See what I get. And one more. Okay, so these next 5 I'm shooting in manual. Again, I'm going to shoot them under the fluorescent lights, but everything's going to be in manual. So I changed the white balance to fluorescent, and I came up with, let me see, came up with a f-stop of 4.5 and a shutter of 2.5. So it's going to be open very long. It's going to let lots of light in because, well, I'm not using a flash, so here we go. Trying not to touch the camera at all, because otherwise I get blurry pictures. Next I'm going to use this setup over here, which was already set up before I was here. It's a good setup for jewelry and little things that you want to sell on eBay or something. It's basically 3 soft boxes giving nice soft light, which will give nice soft light on the object that's inside. It's not the look that I'm going to look that I want, because remember, I want a action scene that's kind of looks like it's in the real environment or something. And if I fail, I fail, but at least I tried. I'm gonna put the camera in shutter priority, and I'm gonna just let the camera decide what aperture it wants. See what happens. Not bad looking. Angles here.
Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Where all life is here, no 11th hour reprieve. So don't forget to breathe. Keep your head above water, but don't forget to breathe.
So now I'm going to try aperture priority. This is where the camera decides the shutter speed. The first aperture is going to be at 5.6. Well, 5.1 actually, that's as low as it goes. Alright, here we go. And it decided on a shutter speed of 20 seconds. Looks a little blown out to me. Alright, and we're gonna go in between, go with an f11. See what the camera says here. Looks like it went with a 1/5 of a second on there. And then we're gonna go all the way up, which is f22. Which is a tiny little opening. That should give you a lot of depth of field.
Don't forget to breathe.
Okay, so there the aperture went on for a whole second. Let's see, take one more. None of these pictures actually look very appealing, so I'm going to change it to manual next. I'm going to have the f-stop at 5.6, so I have a really shallow depth of field, because I only want to see one character at a time. I'm going to change my shutter to whatever is appropriate, whatever I think is appropriate. Let's see. It's at a 30th of a second. It might actually be pretty good. It says it's underexposed by 1.5, but we'll see. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, I'm actually going to try and underexpose it some more. I'm going to bring it up to 1/40th of a second now. Also not bad. Let me go even further at 1/50th of a second. And I think that's kind of looking like what I want it to look like. I'm going to change the focus here. 1/50th of a second again. I'm going to bring it up to 1/60th just to see what happens. Yeah, it's looking pretty cool. Still, I don't like the lighting, so I'm going to change the lighting up later. And take a few more pictures. You'll see on the screen what settings I'm using. Okay, so this is the part where I try to make it contrasty and make it look good. Again, I'm going to keep the camera in manual setting to 5.6 and bring the shutter down to 13th of a second, which it says it's about 0.7 underexposed. So let's see what happens. Making it look more like I want it. Change the white balance to tungsten so it looks more like it's actually a scene that's happening at night and they're lit maybe by a car or something. Okay, so now I'm going to add a reflector to my right side, your right side, and see what that looks like to fill the faces out a little bit more, or the face, or the faces, whatever. I'm going to look at Nightwing a little bit more now, and he doesn't look very good. His lighting's flat because the light over here is just hitting him straight on. I'm going to change that around too, but first I'm going to take a few pictures. What I did now is I changed the lighting so the light is more contrasty on Nightwing's side, and I kept the reflector over there, and I opened the barn door on the right side a little bit further so it still looks like a little bit of a fire in the back. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to do was try and make a moon in the background. So I'm going to use this bounce card and see what it looks like. I might bounce that soft light off it and have it lit a little bit so it looks like a moon. And we'll see how that works. Probably won't be that great, but we'll try. Okay, so now I've set it up like there's a moon in the background. It doesn't look much like a moon, and it does look a little bit cheesy when I tried doing some sample pictures here. But I do have a very narrow depth of field, which will kind of diminish the moon in the background. And here's the pictures.
Taste the salt and taste the pain, I'm not thinking of you again. Summer dies and swells rise, the sun goes down in my eyes. See this rolling wave, darkly coming to take me home. And I've never been